Should you stop doing techniques? And if you stop doing techniques, will that mean that you won't get your manifestation? And if you keep doing techniques, does it mean that you'll never let go? And then because you'll never let go, does that mean you'll never get your manifestation? I know it's really confusing. I know this whole manifesting thing could be very overwhelming when there's lots of different advice and you just want to do the right thing because you want to make sure that you get your manifestation. So in this video, we're going to be talking about this predicament, and hopefully you will leave this video feeling clearer and less scared of the outcome. So before I jump into this video, I want to let you know that Corrie's Transformation Circle is starting very soon. On the 1st of June, we're going to kickstart the middle of the year with incredible conversations that are designed to expand your consciousness, help you feel more whole within yourself, more connected to yourself, so that from this place you can create the relationships that you want, the money that you want, the abundance that you want. And this is what this group is for. It's going to attract people like you who really want to be in an abundance mindset. It's going to attract similar people to you so that you can have connections with people who have conversations and thoughts and feelings just like you. So if you'd like that community, that connection, this group is going to be amazing for that. So all the information is on my website. You can ask me any questions in an email or in my DMs on my Instagram, and I'd love to see you there. Right, so many of you know my story, and that there was a particular period of time where it was very, my specific person was just on my mind all the time, and he was the forefront of my mind, and I was obsessed with manifesting it. And I did all the techniques that you can think of, and my whole life seemed to be revolved around that. So I was walking to work doing affirmations. Even at work, I couldn't really concentrate because I was doing affirmations and writing things down. I was a teacher, so I kind of like hid my little book and pretended that I was writing notes or planning things, but I wasn't. I was just doing affirmations about my relationship, and I was just so scared of letting go, and I felt very vulnerable. And I didn't believe that if I stopped doing these techniques, that I would actually create the relationship that I wanted. So there was definitely a period of time where I realised that I was just obsessing and thinking about this so much, and some of these techniques just dropped off because I just stopped wanting to do them, because I realised that I was putting so much emotional energy into this person instead of into myself. So for example, I used to do this thing where I'd write him a letter. Every time I got emotional, I'd write him like these letters that I wouldn't send. I've got a video about that on my channel that lots of you have resonated with, and I was writing these letters as a practice of communicating with him, like an inner conversation, and I loved doing it. But there got to be a point where I thought, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I don't want to write these letters like every day until we meet again and then have this romantic thing where I show him them. I felt like I was trying to be like in a movie, but I wasn't getting anything back. And I realised, oh my God, I'm just not getting anything back from this. So I stopped doing it. And then the other thing that I used to do was I had these post-it notes all over my house of like affirmations about him and about our relationship, trying to like saturate my mind in this new story and stuff, and they were everywhere. But I realized, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm so obsessed. This is mad. My whole life is about this person now. My house is covered in affirmations of my love for this person. What am I doing? And I suddenly had this big wake up call, like, stop doing that. And I took all of the post-it notes down. I stopped writing the letters. I stopped spending hours a day writing out affirmations. And I felt so much better. I felt like such a relief. And I started focusing on myself instead. Started doing things for myself. I started using my time to do things that I enjoyed instead. So the question that you're asking, I know, from this that was actually asked on my community tab, was the middle place where you don't know how to let go, but you want to let go. You want to stop doing the techniques, but you're worried that if you do, then nothing will happen. And that is the whole reason why it's difficult for you to stop doing techniques. It's the fear of the unknown. If you grew up in an environment where there was chaos, unpredictability, things not being clear, or boundaries not being met or understood or even set in the first place, the unknown will be particularly triggering and uncomfortable. And that is where you've got to heal that within yourself so that you can know that you will be okay no matter what, and you've got you. If you are have an intolerance to uncertainty, which, let's face it, most of us do, then this letting go will feel like death, basically. It will feel really, really difficult. So I want you to have compassion for yourself with that, right? Have compassion for the fact that letting go can feel like the end of everything. But when you go, right, I'm willing to actually face this feeling of it being the end and put myself first, that is when you choose yourself. That is when your heart is wide open and you say, I love this person, I want to be with this person, and this is the truth of it. And, you know, if they're not here now, that's going to hurt. That hurts. But I'm going to put myself first, and I'm going to be authentic and true. And if this person doesn't meet me here, well, that's not meant to be right now then. Because when you're being authentic, you literally pave the way for everything you want to come to you, rather than you going to it and trying to get it. Yeah. So the problem is with this predicament of when can I stop doing techniques is that you'll only ever really need to do techniques when you're scared of it not happening, right? Because when we're in a state of I'll be okay no matter what, and I'll be okay if this doesn't happen or if it does happen, then you naturally have more realistic, positive thoughts about this thing happening, and you're okay. Like, the detachment has happened, so you literally naturally feel nicer feeling thoughts about this situation, or you've let it go and it's okay. You're actually okay. So the thing that you need to overcome within yourself is this acceptance of the unknown, but also realizing that getting this person to be with you by doing techniques will only breed you needing to do more control mechanisms, right? So the techniques are a control mechanism that you're doing to keep yourself feeling safe and avoiding the feelings that you think you'd feel if this person was to not come into your life, right? So techniques equals control mechanism. Control mechanisms equal avoidance of difficult feelings that you don't think you can cope with, but here is a video to tell you that you can and that they will pass. That's not to say that you will experience them forever for the rest of your life, because you won't, okay? But it's also to say that when we overcome the fear of the feelings that we think we would feel, then we become unstoppable and powerful, and we become free. And from that place of freedom, we can be unconditionally loving because we're in acceptance of ourselves. And from there, we literally create everything, right? I know that this sounds really counterintuitive and it's difficult because you have to face that big fear that you've got. But once you do and you're like, right, it's okay. I'm going to be okay no matter what. I'm going to choose myself. I'm going to face this fear. I'm going to feel everything. And then you're free. Honestly, you naturally will liberate yourself from the chains of needing this thing to work. The needing this thing to work means that you have something literally saying, hello, you've got a wound here that you need to heal and overcome. And when you do, you'll be free. And everything can happen. The relationship, the love that you want, the connection that you want, the freedom, the self-acceptance, the happiness that you want will naturally be a result of that. So I hope you found this video useful. If you've got any questions that you'd like to ask about this, ask them in the comments below, or come to Corrie's Transformation Circle where we can talk more about this. I'd love to see you there, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.